Think about the last time you had to solve a complex problem. Did you feel a surge of excitement or a sense of dread? For many of us, the answer is closer to dread. Thinking, especially deep, deliberate thinking, can be downright uncomfortable. Our brains are wired to conserve energy. We are designed to operate on autopilot whenever possible. This means relying on quick, instinctive reactions rather than engaging in slow, effortful analysis. While efficient, this automatic mode of thinking can lead us astray. Most people prefer to avoid situations that demand intense mental effort. We'd rather scroll through social media or watch television activities that require minimal cognitive load. But just like any muscle, our brains need exercise to stay sharp and adaptable. Here's a quick quiz. A bat and ball cost $1.10. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? If you answered 10 cents, you're in good company, but you're also wrong. The correct answer is 5 cents. This simple problem highlights how easily our brains can be fooled. Our intuitive, automatic system jumps to conclusions without engaging in deliberate reasoning. We see the numbers $1.10 and $1 and automatically assume a 10-cent difference. This tendency to favor quick, intuitive judgments over slower, more analytical thinking is at the heart of why we find thinking uncomfortable. Our brains are constantly seeking shortcuts, and these shortcuts often lead to errors in judgment. Imagine your brain has two distinct characters, Gun and Drew. Gun is impulsive, reactive, and always eager to jump into action. He's the one who shouts out the answer to the bat and ball problem without a second thought. Drew, on the other hand, is thoughtful, analytical, and prefers to weigh all the options before making a decision. He's the one who would take the time to work out the math problem carefully. These two characters represent the two systems of thinking that govern our minds. System 1, embodied by Gun, is fast, automatic, and effortless. It relies on intuition, emotions, and ingrained habits. System 2, represented by Drew, is slow, deliberate, and effortful. It requires focus, logic, and conscious reasoning. Most of the time, Gun is in the driver's seat. He effortlessly guides us through routine tasks, from brushing our teeth to navigating familiar routes. This automatic mode of thinking is essential for our survival. Imagine having to consciously think about every step involved in crossing a busy street. Gun's rapid-fire responses are also crucial in situations that demand immediate action. If you touch a hot stove, Gun is the one who yanks your hand back before you even register the pain. In these moments, his swift, intuitive reactions can be life-saving. However, Gun's reliance on snap judgments and ingrained biases can lead to errors, especially when dealing with complex or unfamiliar situations. That's where Drew comes in. Section 5. Drew takes the wheel, slow and steady wins the race. Drew may be slower than Gun, but he's far more meticulous and analytical. When faced with a challenging problem, Drew takes the time to gather information, weigh different perspectives, and consider potential consequences. Unlike Gun, who relies on gut feelings and mental shortcuts, Drew employs logic, reason, and evidence-based decision-making. He's the one who double-checks your work, questions assumptions, and challenges biases. Engaging Drew's deliberate thinking takes effort. It requires us to resist the allure of quick fixes and easy answers. But the rewards of tapping into this slower, more analytical mode of thinking are well worth the effort. Section 6. When autopilot goes wrong, the pitfalls of fast thinking. Our brain's tendency to rely on mental shortcuts, often referred to as heuristics, can lead to a range of cognitive biases. These shortcuts are designed to help us make quick decisions without expending too much mental energy. However, they can sometimes lead us astray. For example, confirmation bias causes us to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs, even if it's inaccurate. This means we might ignore or dismiss evidence that contradicts our views, leading to a skewed perception of reality. Another common bias is the availability heuristic, which leads us to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easily recalled, such as vivid news stories. This can make rare events seem more common than they actually are, influencing our fears and decisions. These biases can have a profound impact on our judgments and decisions. In a business setting, for instance, they can lead to misunderstandings and poor strategic choices. They can lead us to make poor financial investments, hire the wrong candidate for a job, or misinterpret the intentions of others. The consequences of these biases can be far-reaching, affecting both our personal and professional lives. In many cases, we remain blissfully unaware of these biases, even when they lead us astray. Our fast thinking can create a false sense of confidence in our decisions, making it difficult to recognize when we're wrong. Our brains are remarkably adept at justifying our actions and beliefs, even when they're based on faulty reasoning. This self-justification can prevent us from learning from our mistakes and making better decisions in the future. To mitigate the pitfalls of fast thinking, it's important to cultivate self-awareness and critical thinking. By questioning our assumptions and seeking out diverse perspectives, we can make more informed and balanced decisions. Understanding the common biases that affect our thinking is the first step towards overcoming them. With practice, we can train our minds to slow down and consider multiple angles before arriving at a conclusion. By doing so, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity and make choices that are more aligned with our true goals and values. Section 7. The power of deliberate thinking, avoiding costly mistakes. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of making hasty decisions. However, by harnessing the power of deliberate thinking, we can avoid many costly mistakes. Engaging Drew's deliberate thinking allows us to override Gunn's impulsive reactions and make more informed decisions. This process involves taking a step back, analyzing the situation from different angles, and considering the long-term consequences of our actions. It enables us to see past our biases, challenge our assumptions, and consider a wider range of perspectives. By doing so, we open ourselves up to new ideas and solutions that we might not have considered otherwise. When we slow down and engage in deliberate thinking, we're more likely to make sound judgments. This means taking the time to gather all relevant information, consulting with others, and reflecting on our values and goals. By carefully weighing the pros and cons of different options, we can make choices that are aligned with our values and goals. This methodical approach helps us to avoid rash decisions that we might later regret. Deliberate thinking also helps us solve complex problems. Breaking down complex issues into smaller, more manageable chunks allows us to develop effective solutions. This step-by-step approach ensures that we address all aspects of the problem and come up with a comprehensive plan. Another benefit of deliberate thinking is that it allows us to learn from our mistakes. Reflecting on our past experiences, both successes and failures, helps us identify patterns and make better choices in the future. This continuous learning process is essential for personal and professional growth. Deliberate thinking is not about becoming paralyzed by analysis or second-guessing every decision. Instead, it's about finding a balance between Gunn's speed and Drew's accuracy. It's about knowing when to act quickly and when to take a step back and think things through. By integrating deliberate thinking into our decision-making process, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater confidence and clarity. This balanced approach helps us to make decisions that are not only effective, but also aligned with our long-term goals and values. Ultimately, the power of deliberate thinking lies in its ability to help us avoid costly mistakes and achieve our desired outcomes. By taking the time to think things through, we can make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and learn from our experiences. So the next time you're faced with a difficult decision, remember to engage in deliberate thinking and give yourself the best chance of success. Section 8. Training your brain. Embracing the discomfort of thinking. Just like any skill, deliberate thinking takes practice. It requires consistent effort and dedication to develop the ability to think deeply and critically. Here are a few strategies to strengthen your mental muscles. These techniques can help you become a more effective thinker and problem solver. Cultivate mindfulness. Paying attention to the present moment, without judgment, can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and yoga, can train your brain to stay focused and calm, even in stressful situations. Challenge your assumptions. Don't be afraid to question your beliefs and consider alternative perspectives. This can be done by engaging in discussions with people who have different viewpoints, reading diverse literature, and reflecting on your own thought processes. Seek out new experiences. Exposing yourself to new ideas and ways of thinking can help you break free from rigid patterns of thought. Visit new places, try new activities, and immerse yourself in different cultures to expand your horizons. Practice active listening. Truly listening to others, even when you disagree with them, can broaden your understanding and challenge your biases. Active listening involves paying full attention to the speaker, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. Embracing the discomfort of thinking is not always easy, but it is essential for personal growth and intellectual development. It requires stepping out of your comfort zone and being open to new ideas and challenges. By learning to harness the power of both Gunn and Drew, we can make more informed decisions, solve complex problems, and live more fulfilling lives. This balance between intuitive and analytical thinking allows us to approach situations with a well-rounded perspective, leading to better outcomes in both our personal and professional lives. Remember, the journey of improving your thinking skills is ongoing. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to embrace the discomfort that comes with challenging your mind. But the rewards are well worth the effort, as you become more adept at navigating the complexities of life and making meaningful contributions to the world around you. So, take the time to invest in your mental growth. Practice these strategies regularly and watch as your ability to think deeply and critically flourishes. Embrace the discomfort and let it be a catalyst for your intellectual and personal development.